Okay,
Thousands
see you in a
of
minute.
women
Bye.
and girls go missing every year.
And a third of them in the U.S. are black women and girls.
But when
Yet
it
their
comes to black
stories
women,
rarely
their
get
attitudes
national
are
attention.
far behind
Matter
both white
activists
and
found dead
black
after disappearing
are
earlier this month.
African
Tory Lanez is accused of shooting her after his night out.
You're enough where you are. You're enough now.
Welcome back to FOXSOUL's Black Report. Amazing trailer. If that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. It's tackling the importance or important topics rather that are often overlooked in society. So today we are honored to have two exceptional young women on fire who are spearheading a groundbreaking project that aims to empower and amplify the voices of Black women. Please welcome Abriana Walton, the producer of Believe Black Women the First Time, and Raven Barrett, the CEO and founder of Coco Ivy, that's it. The creators of the docuseries. Your work is inspiring, and it's helping really to dismantle the systemic oppression against Black women. I want to welcome you ladies to the show. Thanks for taking some time out today. All right, so Raven, let's start with you. Okay. Share with us a little bit of what inspired you to create Believe Black Women the First Time. Talk a little bit about that.
I'll definitely say becoming a mother 4 years ago. Just knowing the statistics that Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die during childbirth than any other race, regardless of education levels. I just felt like I needed to create something that showed that we do need to be believed the first time, because sometimes that first time is our last and our first time to really be heard.
Right, so. Right. And Bree, your inspiration to wanting to be involved with this project, be a curator and move this message along?
Absolutely. So as a natural born storyteller, when I heard the statement, I immediately thought of Serena Williams. Right. I thought of Megan Thee Stallion, and myself, and so many other Black women who have to fight to be seen, to be heard. It means our mental health, it means our money at times, it means our lives. And so I just knew that this was more than a statement, it was a movement. Okay, so let's start with, you've got the partnership, and this project is so layered. It's so, I like to say ooey gooey, because it's really gonna speak to the spirit and feed the soul. So talk about, what you guys take on individually and then collectively to continue to, bring this project together and then bring this message to us. Yeah, I think it all starts with the merchandise.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, obviously the message is to believe us the first time. The proceeds of the sale go to Vibe Theater, which is an organization that does amplify Black women's voices. And then, so from there, we use the merchandise to make the PSA. And so the PSA is, yes, to shed light on the sale of the merchandise to raise funds for that organization, but also we didn't want it to fall flat and just be a video, so we created a community investment fund.
Oh, so wow.
We believe that mutual aid community is truly the key in order to get our voices heard, and so people can contribute their story, they can contribute financially or whatever resource they have. So
a lot of arms and legs, a lot of moving parts, but it's all anchored in the message, Believe Black Women the First Time. Talk about that. Was there an experience in your lives that allowed for you to come to that point? I know for us Black women, when we go have babies, when we are not feeling well, the medical community likes to doubt us, and we're just left out there, on our own, and a lot of times it does not work in our favor. So talk a little bit as far as the messaging, how you got to this point.
It's generational, really.
Very much so. Even, with the PSA, it was intentional to have it at your grandmother's house. The wood panels represents the grandmother's house. The cookie tin, which usually has a sewing kit in it, represents your grandmother's house. So the generation of, unfortunately, Black women not being heard or believed or made seem like we are crazy when we do speak up.
And so it really also goes to the detail of the production design. We put our literal blood, sweat, and tears. It was an all Black women production who hammered and nailed those studio flats together, put our own grandmother's
So this is some real Black girl magic going on here.
It was, and thankful to our production partners at Full View Productions, it really was able to capture the detail of the cinematic quality, and we really hope to be able to move that forward.
So what are you hoping as, we tap in, and you come and share your message on shows like FOXSOUL's Black Report. What are you hoping comes of it when someone, watches the PSA? What is your hope? What is your hope?
hopefully that they are inspired to speak up in any form, or, any way that they feel comfortable doing so, and that it does spark a movement of us being comfortable to use our voices.
Yeah.
And so men and women alike, no matter your race as well, I hope it inspires you to contribute.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here and I'm feeling, that maybe the Me Too movement may have had a lot to do with a component of your message here. What do you say when you talk about Believe Black Women the first time? What do you say when there's been stories, headlines where, women have falsely accused people of certain acts? How do you sort of kind of balance sometimes the position that we as Black women put ourselves in when we either don't hold ourselves accountable or we lie? Yeah, talk a little bit about that, how you balance that out.
That you brought that up. So after the PSA, we had a roundtable with all of the women that were involved in the star actually of the PSA. Her name is Miosha Robinson. She brought that up and how we do have to take accountability, how sometimes we have silenced ourselves, and how sometimes it is dangerous in ways that we can communicate.
Yeah, indeed. Talk a little bit before we let you go. The debut of the PSA to kick off, what was it, Women's History Month? Is that what your girls did?
It launched on Women's Day. So this is the last day of Women's History Month, but this isn't just something that I feel like we should focus on once a year. Like she said, it's a movement, and so hopefully these themes and these narratives and conversations continue to go.
Absolutely. Plug us in, link us up. How can we get in touch, follow you, social media platforms, so we can tap in?
Okay, let's say no more. You can follow me at Coco Ivy Brand, COCO, the letter I, the letter V Brand on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes, and if anybody wants to learn more and pledge their support, they can go to BelieveBlackWomenTheFirstTime.com and that same title on Instagram.
I love it. Raven, Bree. Believe Black Women the First Time.
Thank
you. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you all. I mean, continue to salt the earth with this message, and thank you so much for joining us today, y'all. Official Soulmates, we got to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah, plus you right here in the house in Detroit.